We're talking about question number 2 of final account. Now, the adjustments given to us in that are the closing stock was valued at cost of rupees 40,000 while its market price is 45,000. We have seen in our regular lectures that while doing the inventory valuation, it has to be valued at cost or an RV, whichever is less. Here the cost is lesser, so we'll be valuing it at 40,000. I'm sorry. Depreciate machinery at 5% per annum. Salary 2,000, wages 1,000 were outstanding. That means those are the expenses of the year, but the amount is still payable. So will be added to the respective expense and will be shown in the balance sheet liability side. Insurance 500 was prepaid, that is the amount is been paid, but the benefit will be received in the next year. Therefore, it will be subtracted from insurance and will be shown in the balance sheet on the asset side. So let's observe it. Let's solve this question. Again, we'll be needing a trading account and a profit and loss account. You can prepare this trading and profit and loss account on combined basis. There is no problem. But just for the sake of having more comfort, I prepare these separately. In fact, I would suggest when you are doing the questions on final accounts in your examination, you should also be preparing it separately because a similar kind of topic is there in your CA foundation syllabus also. So at that point in time, you should be preparing it separately because it becomes more easier. और जब अलग अलग पेज पे पैसा तो पूरा दिया ना आपने, तो जब आप अलग अलग पेज पे बनाते हो ना, तो you become more comfortable in writing the things. खिचड़ी थोड़ी कम बनती है. वैसे आपको खिचड़ी बनाने का शौक बहुत है, ये मुझे पता है. And you'll need the balance sheet also. All right. So the first adjustment which was given is closing stock is valued at 40,000 and 45,000. We'll surely be taking the closing stock at 40,000. So trading account credit side by closing stock at 40,000, and at the same time in the balance sheet on the asset side, closing stock, we also write that as stock in trade because that's the stock available for trading. That's why we call that as stock in trade. They say depreciate machinery by 5% per annum. Machinery given to us is 80,000. उस पे हमको 5% का depreciation charge करना है. So balance sheet asset side, machinery in the inner amount column 80,000 less depreciation at 5%, that is 4,000, outer amount column 76,000, and this depreciation becomes our expense, therefore it will go to the P&L account onto the debit side to depreciation. No need to show the calculation again. If there are multiple assets, then in that case you can show this amount separately for each asset. All right. Next is salary 2,000 and wages 1,000 was outstanding. The amounts which are given in the trial balance are salaries 10,000 and wages 14,000. So first in the P&L account debit side, to salaries, inner amount column 10,000, add outstanding rupees 2,000. In fact, I'm solving it in a bit different way as compared to what I do in the case of foundation, because in CA foundation there we have the stress on more of the accounting than only the add and less method. Here, for the sake of your understanding, I'm doing it like this. 12,000, and in the trading account debit side, to wages, inner amount column 14,000, add outstanding rupees 1,000, total to the outer amount column will be 15,000. Correct or not? And at the same time, both these outstanding expenses being our liability, therefore will be appearing in the balance sheet liabilities side. Outstanding expenses. You can write both the items separately also, there is no problem. Salaries, rupees 2,000. Wages, rupees 1,000. Outer amount column 3,000. Correct? The insurance was prepaid to the extent of 500. Insurance given to us is 2,000. So your insurance expense for the year will get reduced. Therefore, P&L account debit side to insurance, inner amount column rupees 2,000 less. Why less? Because prepaid is not the expense of current year. That's why it is reduced from the expense of current year. Prepaid 500, outer amount column 1,500. Am I right? And at the same time, it being an asset, it will go into what? Balance sheet, asset side, prepaid insurance, rupees 500. Am I right? Next, all adjustments done now. Now we need to go back to the trial balance. The very first item given in trial balance is capital, next is drawing. Therefore, balance sheet onto the liability side, capital, inner amount column 90,000, less drawings, rupees 3,000, balancing figure within the inner amount column itself, 87,000. Why within the inner amount column? Because we are still supposed to present the profit and loss. Stock on 1st April 2017 is nothing but your opening stock, which will appear in the trading account debit side along with the octroi duty also. So to opening stock 45,000 to octroi duty rupees 800. Correct? Next, you are given purchases and sales, and below that you have been given the returns thereof also. So in the trading account onto the debit side, to purchases, inner amount column 2 lakh, less returns. How much of returns are there? 2000. Purchase return is written onto the credit side because purchase return account has the credit balance. Correct or not? So 1,98,000 becomes the net of purchases and credit side by sales. Inner amount column 3,12,000 less returns rupees 6,000. Balance to the outer amount column goes to 3,06,000. Is it right? Then carriage outward. Now please understand there is a difference between carriage inward and carriage outward. Carriage inward means the carriage that you have paid, the transport, freight, etc. that you have paid on the goods purchased. That becomes your direct expense. But the carriage that you have paid on the goods which are been dispatched, sold to your customers, that is called as an indirect expense, and therefore that will go into the P&L account. So carriage inward in the trading account, but carriage outward in the P&L account. That's point number one. Point number two, if it is given only carriage and nothing is mentioned whether it is inward or outward, in that case, in all sense, you should always presume it is a carriage inward. If it is given to you, it is only carriage and nothing further has been provided related to that, you presume it is carriage inward. All right. So this being carriage outward will go into the P&L account onto the debit side to carriage outward rupees 1,500. No, 1,400 it is. Is it right? Wages we have already finished. Insurance we have already done. Through the adjustments we had completed it. Discount received is your income and postage is your expense. So in the P&L account credit side, by discount received. You received it from your suppliers only, but it is received for the prompt payment of their dues, and therefore it is considered as an indirect expense, indirect income. And two, postage 800. All right. Next is debtors and creditors. Debtors will go into the balance sheet asset side and creditors will go into the balance sheet liability side. Asset side, debtors 60,000, creditors 64,000. $64,000. All right. Furniture 35,000, cash in hand 10,000. Furniture being a fixed asset, cash in hand 10,000. All right. Machinery 80,000, rent and taxes 6,000, printing and stationery 2,000. Both are the indirect expenses. So P&L account debit side to rent and taxes. Taxes are nothing but the property tax here. 6,000 to printing and stationery rupees 2,000. Is it right? Bank overdraft 7,400. Bank overdraft is nothing but the amount withdrawn more than what you have deposited, so it becomes your liability. And generally, this is payable within a short period of time. That's why it is a current liability. How much it is? 7,400. All items done. What you need to do now is you first need to close your trading account to gross profit comes to carry down 3,46,000, 3,46,000. So 346 minus 198 minus 60 minus 800, that is 87,200 is your gross profit. This will come into the profit and loss account credit side by gross profit. If you do it with the proper sequence, proper sincerity, you will be able to complete the problem hardly in 20-25 minutes. Whatsoever is the level of adjustments which are given in the question, that doesn't make any difference. And I'm serious about that. $87,800. Right. So to net profit comes to what? Minus 4,000, minus 12,000, minus 1,500, minus 1,400, minus 800, minus 6,000, minus 2,000. 59,500 is your net profit. Correct? That 59,500 will be added to the capital. Add profit 59,500. Therefore, total to the outermost column for capital comes to 1,46,500. All right. Plus 3,000 plus 64,000 plus 7,400. Your total of the balance sheet comes to 2,20,900. Must be equal. I'm just writing it. We'll cross verify. Minus 1,10,500 minus 35,000 minus. No, there is a difference. How come there is a difference? There cannot be any difference. Minus 4,000 minus 12,000 minus 1,500 minus 1,400 minus 800 minus 8,000. Also, the net profit is 60,100. Actually, it was totaling mistake. This is what happens. If you make one mistake, it carries over to everywhere. So you need to be very much careful when you are solving these questions. Yep, 2,21,500 should be the answer. 2,21,500. Correct? There it tallies. समझ आया? I did it with the single flow. I didn't stop anywhere. I was just interested to have a direct focus on the concept. I tried explaining all the points which are necessary wherever there are the kind of criticalities, wherever there are the kind of peculiarities. Those all things I've talked about in detail. I believe you have understood it right. Yeah, this was about question number 2. All right. Let's come to question number 3. In fact, I would suggest question number 3 and question number 4. You try solving yourself. I'll give you the answer right away. Answer about the balance sheet total, nothing else. Balance sheet total मैं अभी से आपको बता देता हूँ. You just try it out and you check out whether your answers are matching or not. And then wherever the doubt comes, that I'll be solving again. All right. From the following, following is the trial balance of Komal Jaggi as on 31st March 2018. Prepare the trading account and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2018 and the balance sheet as on that date. Stock, purchases, sundry data, return inward, wages, insurance, salaries, rent and taxes, bad debts, discounts allowed, machinery, buildings, sundry debtors, advertisement, carriage inward, cash in hand, cash at bank, office expenses, drawings, and on the asset side, credit side, it is sales, return outward, discount receipts, and creditors, capital, bank loan, bills payable. On 31st March 2018, the stock was 30,000. Outstanding wages were 1250, rent 1,000. Insurance was paid for the year ending 30th September 2018. Means the insurance amount which is given in this particular trial balance, that is 1,500. Out of that, 6 months ka insurance is in advance because it is paid for year ending 30th September. If the year is ending on 30th September, that means it must have been paid on 1st of October 2017. So insurance is prepaid to the extent of 750 rupees. Depreciate machinery at 10%, building at 4%, and provide RDD at 5% on debtors. That means this RDD you'll be subtracting from your debtors and will be showing in the P&L account debit side. All right. Okay. So let's observe it now one by one. The very first in that is I'll just show you tell you the total of the balance sheet. Machinery has to be depreciated at 10%. Building has to be depreciated at 4%. And RDD has to be provided at 5%. Correct? Then insurance done, salaries done, rent taxes done, discount allowed, machinery done, building done, sundry debtors done, advertisement, carriage inward, cash in hand, cash at bank. Yep. So the total of balance sheet for this question will be 1,86,550. How and what will be telling you sometimes. At this point in time, you have to solve the question that answer of that must match with 1,86,550. All right. I'm talking about question number 3. This goes as homework. You have to solve this and the total answer I've already given. Let's see the question number 4 also. From the following trial balance of Messrs. Bhagat Traders, you are required to prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2018 and the balance sheet as on that date. Insurance, discount, postage and telegram, salaries, debtors and creditors, wages, opening stock, carriage, return, say purchases and sales, 10% bank loan taken on 1st October 2017. If you have taken the loan on 1st October 2017 and it is 10%, 10% is what? 10% is the rate of interest. So on this, there is a hidden adjustment of outstanding interest. Why hidden adjustment? Because that will not be given in the adjustments below. So interest on this will be treated as outstanding to the extent of 60,000 into 10% into 6 upon 12, that is equal to 3,000. 3,000 will be the interest expense for the year and will be shown in the balance sheet liability side, will be appearing in the P&L account as well as balance sheet liability side. Plant and machinery, building, drawings, capital, office rent, RDD, bad dates and bank overdraft. Now you have been given the opening RDD as well as there is the RDD to be maintained to the extent of 1,400. Understand what do you do in this case? You take new provision, that is new RDD. In this case, it is given as 1,400. Add bad dates. ये मैंने आपको लिख के दिया हुआ है, मैं एक बार सिर्फ रिपीट कर रहा हूँ. Add bad dates which are given in the trial balance 600 less old RDD which has already been provided to you in the trial balance itself of 1,000, and balancing figure will be appearing in the P&L account onto the debit side. This is the effect of RDD in the profit and loss account. Am I right? And then in the balance sheet, how will it be appearing in the balance sheet? In the balance sheet on the asset side, you'll have debtors in the inner amount column as debtors कितना दिया हुआ है? 33,000. All right. And from that, you need to subtract the new RDD. Less new RDD. How much? 1,400. Therefore, balance will be appearing in the balance sheet onto the asset side is 33,000 minus 1,400. That is 31,600. I hope you understood the point. All right. Now I'll give you the balance sheet total of this also. Yeah, plant and machinery is to be depreciated by 10%. Building is to be depreciated by 5%. Stock is 32,000. Wages include 2,000 paid to worker as advance. So it is prepaid wages. 2,000. This is not rest, it is in fact rupees. वो पहले RE का साइन हुआ करता था ना. Rupees. Outstanding debtors will be appearing at 31,600. Insurance, discount, postage, salaries, debtors we have taken, wages, opening stock, carriage, return, purchase, sales, 10% bank loan, plant and machinery taken, building taken, drawings, capital, office rent, RDD, bad dates, bank overdraft, cash plus 3,500. So the balance sheet total for this will be 1,63,100. 1,63,100 will be the balance sheet total for this question. Question number 4 also goes as homework. I've given you the various intricacies which we have not dealt with till now. I've talked about that. You try it out. If you find any kind of difficulties, you can surely come back. We'll come to question number 5. थोड़ा सा तो लगना चाहिए ना कि हम लोग कुछ solve कर रहे हैं. No? Yeah, from the following trial balance of Mr. Kapil, you are required to prepare the trading account and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2018 and the balance sheet as on that date. Opening stock, wages, carriage, purchases and sales, bills receivable and payable, rent, RDD, sundry debtors and creditors, returns, machinery, traveling expenses, cash at bank, building, office expenses, advertisement for 3 months, drawing, capital, insurance, general reserve. Closing stock cost rupees 25,000, valued at rupees 30, market value at rupees 30,000. Of course, you'll be taking 25,000 and not 30,000, cost or market price, whichever is less. Prepaid insurance is rupees 100. Goods of rupees 3,000 were taken by Kapil. It is not KP, it is Kapil for his personal use. That means these are drawings by the proprietor. Provide depreciation on machinery at 10% and building at 20%. Outstanding expenses are rent rupees 500. Provide reserve for doubtful debts at 5% on debtors. I'll not tell you what has to be done, how it has to be done. I'll just give you the balance sheet total in this question. Debtors ka 5%. Machinery is to be depreciated by 10%. Building is to be depreciated by 20%. कौन सी बिल्डिंग्स है वो इन्हीं को पता है, 25,000 रुपए में बिल्डिंग है इनके पास. Prepaid insurance is 100. Then outstanding expenses etc. are given. Goods taken away for personal use will be subtracted from the purchases. Opening stock, wages, carriage, purchase, bills receivable is 600. Debtors, returns, machinery, traveling expense, cash at bank, building, office expense, advertisement. इस साल का खर्च है 3 महीने का. That doesn't make any difference. Drawings, capital, insurance, general reserve. General reserve will be appearing in the balance sheet onto the liability side. The total of this particular account, total of balance sheet for this particular question will be 45,750. 3 of the questions are homework. Will continue on Monday at 6:30. All right. We'll be dealing with some more questions and we'll call off the lectures after that. Let's have a grip on this and then we'll be finishing off with the lectures. So that is it from me for the day. 2 questions we have already solved. 3 questions are homework. Try solving it. You'll surely be having the good command over this particular topic. We'll be meeting on Monday at 6:30. Thank you very much.